LPT Realty stock, I'm going to break it down for you right here. How does the issuance work and why it should matter to you in a super short video all about what LPT is doing when it comes to stock, because they are pre-IPO. So it's a pretty important video. Okay, so before we jump into that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm always going to ask you to do that. The reason why is because it keeps us going, making sure that it's worth our time, effort, and energy to continue to bring you the most valuable information on all things brokerage world, different models, LPT versus whatever, and then also how to grow your real estate business and get started with video. So I'm going to break this all down for you here in just a second. Let's jump right in. We hear a lot about different companies offering stock. And I love the fact that so many companies have followed that same kind of pattern of offering stock to the agents. I believe that's huge because an agent-owned brokerage usually makes decisions that are best for the agents. Now, here's the cool thing about LPT and the opportunity here. One is they are currently privately held. So there is going to be an IPO sometime in about a year from now of me shooting this video. It's October of 2024. So I would imagine about a year from now, there's going to be an IPO. Now that's what they're targeting for. Who knows exactly what it is? I don't work for corporate, so might be sooner, might be later. But here's the interesting thing is that a pre-IPO issuance of stock is pretty huge. That means that based on whatever we decide on what's often referred to as a strike price is the amount of the price of the stock of the shares that you're awarded. And then whatever it goes for when it IPOs, well, great. You have now profited that difference, right? And that's an oversimplification of it, but that's really great is that you get some pre-IPO stock. So how much do you actually get, Isaac? That's what this video is all about. So I'm going to break that down for you super quickly. Now, keep in mind, there are two different compensation plans and therefore two different levels of offering for stock whenever they issue it. Now, I'm going to first go over what's called the Business Builder Plan. The Business Builder Plan is the plan where you can choose $500 per transaction, capped at $5,000 for the year, right? That's that plan. And so on this plan, every time you achieve your different badge status, you get awarded stock. Now there's white badge, silver badge, gold badge up for business builders. So let me explain what that actually means. White badge is your first sale of the year. Your first sale of the year, as a business builder, you are going to get 50 shares. On your third, which is called your silver badge, when you get your silver badge on your third sale of the year, you're going to get an additional 50 shares. Then you enter into gold badge. Gold badge is awarded to you on your 15th transaction of the year, and there you get 400 shares. And these things add up. So the first one is 50, then the third one is an additional 50, and then on your 15th transaction, you're getting 400. So total, you're going to be issued 500 shares in that year. Really great stuff. Now, they don't have a dollar figure right now. They don't have a dollar value right now, obviously. But having that many shares for already doing your job is pretty darn amazing. Now, let's jump to the brokerage partner, or often referred to as revenue share partner issuance of stock. And you'll notice it's exactly double what you see on the Business Builder Plan. So here's what that looks like. White badge on your first transaction, you're getting 100 shares. Silver badge on your third transaction, you're getting an additional 100 shares. Gold badge on your 15th transaction, you're getting 800 shares for a total of 1,000 so far for that year. Now here's the thing. As a rev share or brokerage partner on that 80-20 plan capped at 15,000 for the year, you also have the opportunity to win what's called the black badge. And the black badge is when you've done your 35th transaction of the year. So if you're somebody who does 35 or more transactions, listen up, because here's what that does. That gives you an additional 2,000 shares for that year. So if you add that up, if I'm on the rev share brokerage partner plan, which is again the 80-20 capped at 15K, no monthly fee, no sign up fee, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 100 plus 100 plus 800, that's 1,000. Now we're going to get an additional 2,000. That's 3,000 shares for the year. So that's a huge, huge issuance. Now, there is one other instance where you're going to be issued stock, and that's on sponsoring agents. When an agent names you directly as their sponsor, meaning they literally wrote your name in the contract as the person that influenced them to make a move to LPT, if you're a business builder, you're going to get 60 shares issued to you. right, for every single one of those people. Now that's a one-time thing, not every year. So the other stuff where I said you get your first, third, 15th, and 35th transaction, that resets every year. So you're earning that 1,000 or 3,000 shares every year. Now on this, when the person names you as the sponsor, that's a one-time event, right? Because they're only naming you one time. Now, if you are on the brokerage partner, it kind of follows suit. It's double that. You're a brokerage or rev share partner, and you go ahead and have somebody name you as their sponsor into LPT directly. Well, what's going to happen is you're going to get an additional 120 shares issued to you. So let's put this out there. If you're a person who's a rev share partner and you sell 40 homes in the year, right, you're going to get that 3,000 shares from your white, silver, gold, and black badge. And then maybe you bring on your team and there's 10 people on there. You're going to get an additional 1,200 shares for having them all named you as a sponsor. And maybe you brought on an extra 5 because people in your marketplace were pretty interested. Right now you're going to get an additional 600. If you add all that up, that's 4,800 shares that you can get in that year. Right, that's a really great example of why so many people are pumped about LPT Realty and the stock issuance. Now, here's the thing. You're going to want to take action on this right away for a couple of reasons. One, the model is growing. You can capture a disproportionate amount of upside. In addition to that, the more sales you do as part of the platform, the more shares you get issued. And so that's really great, especially pre-IPO. So here's what you're going to do. One, you're going to go in the description below and you're going to click that link to book one-on-one time with me. Because simply going to a brokerage because of the pre-IPO stock award is probably not the smartest idea. You're going to want to figure out what other things LPT is doing and what we at Real Estate CEOs are doing for the people that are inside of our organization at LPT, meaning they named us as their sponsor. You're going to want to figure out what we're doing that's actually going to help your business grow, right? Getting stock awarded to you is just the byproduct of being great at real estate, right? Selling more homes and attracting more people. What that really comes down to is, what do you have access to? What are your resources? What are your tools? And who's helping you along the way? So click that link, book some one-on-one time with me, and I'm happy to walk you through all of the ins and outs and how you can participate and really maximize this pre-IPO opportunity with LPT stock.